There are a couple things that have caught my eye in the news with our friends at Google is beginning to make me think, by the way, of if you ever watched Futurama, of Mom Corp or whatever it was called. But they're just everywhere doing everything. But two things caught my eye. One was both in the Washington Post. One was a story saying that Google is now the second largest investor in lobbying of any corporation in Washington, D.C., and is a master of Washington influence. I guess they're feeling lucky. And number two is that Google worked behind the scenes with George Mason University to pack conferences with Google-friendly folks and hide that so that it appeared as if there was an academic consensus that, gosh, Google is just okay. So those were the two things. We can talk about that or anything else you want to talk. What have you been looking into about Google lately?
Well, and it's good. Yeah, I'm glad that the Washington Post did those two great stories. I've actually been looking and digging into some of the same things, and so I was familiar with a lot of what was reported, but I think they're great stories. Because I think what there's a kind of a naive belief still that in Silicon Valley a sort of liberal or progressive politics can coexist comfortably and peacefully with a kind of a techno-libertarianism, some sort of liberal, lefty libertarian, techno-libertarian. And what Google has shown really is that when these companies become so massive and become basically monopolies in our economy, when push comes to shove, these companies will always go hard right and get in bed with the Koch brothers, which is what part of that story is about. Part of the Washington Post story is about. Google has been getting really close, scarily close with the Koch team, with the Cato Institute, George Mason University, Heritage Foundation, Mercatus, all these outfits that are very either set up by the Koch brothers or intimately involved with them and their machine. Google is becoming a big partner for them, a big technology